In this short video, I will just be giving you a brief rundown on how to schedule a virtual classroom session with your students. Now, of course, as before, we've logged in via mace.wiziq.com, get my mouth around that, and up comes your profile page. And of course, in big bold letters here is schedule a class, so you can't really miss it. And you click on the schedule a class. Now you will get some details. Of course, you need to put in at first what the title of the class is. We'll just put test class here because I can't really think of anything. You can, if you want to, if you are really wanting to do an urgent class, you can click schedule right now. So in other words, it will start virtually immediately. But for the sake of this, we are going to schedule it for a couple of days' time. I don't want it launching too quickly. Yes, I know you can see here it's got the American date format, but it does work out okay once the class is running and when the emails are sent out for the European or Australian date formats. Once you put in the date, you put in the time, again, Australian Eastern Standard Time. If for some reason it wasn't that, you can click here to change the time zone. Here, if you wanted to put some keywords in, you could. And of course, about the class, what the topics are, what you're going to be discussing, all that sort of stuff. Allow attendees to enter class without sign up. You're going to go yes, because you'll be emailing your attendees a direct link for them to attend the class. Click here for more information about your class. So this gives you a few more options you need to fill in. Here you've got maximum users is 100. Well, I can't imagine we'll have any more. Won't want any more than 100 in a class. The duration, you can have a class running up to 300 minutes. So this is the default is set for 60 minutes. Show attendees on your class page. That would probably be helpful for it keeps you an idea of who attended your class. The language of the class, of the instruction, will of course in most cases at Mace that will be in English, unless we're doing English as a second language course. And the class type. Now you can run a webcam or audio, which means you can have video or audio, or you can have only audio. So just in this case, I'm going to click the only audio. Once you look at that, you can schedule and complete, and continue. And here you have the class link. Now what you can do as the trainer is email this link out to your students, with instructions about when the class is going to be. This will be their direct link to accessing the class when it's time to go. Now, if, for example, and probably this is what you will do, if you want to make sure that you've got your stuff uploaded, and we'll deal with uploading in another video, and you want to test things out before a class is started, you can click on the launch class, and that will then allow you as a teacher to go in and deal with issues like uploading documents and other teaching resources, maybe testing out anything in the whiteboard or making sure things are correct before your students enter. And your students won't be able to enter until the time of the class. Here we click here, class information. This is what I put in earlier, pretty bland because I'm just doing it as a test. Recording and class settings. This is your recording settings, because you can record a class, and I'm sure in most cases you will be recording a class. You'll want your attendees to be able to view the recording afterwards, otherwise I guess it's sort of fairly useless. Again, allow attendees to enter without sign up would be yes, because you're going to be emailing them a link. The class duration, again 60 minutes, the maximum users 100. show attendees on the class page, and again, if you're wanting to do audio, it seems to have defaulted back to video, and go save. Settings have saved successfully. Again, if for example you've made a mistake and you want to change the date and time, you can do that very easily. If you've set up a class and you want to cancel the class, you can do that very easily as well. And that's just going to go through. I think hopefully it won't freeze up on me. Waiting for mace.wiziq. It seems to be just stalling at the moment, so I won't worry so much about that. I'll go back to the class link page. But that is, the link is the important issue for notifying your students of the class. You can type up a standard email to your students, and then you can copy and paste this link, which will direct them straight into the class. So now if I go back to my settings, you will see live and upcoming classes. I have that test class sitting there. So if you've set a number of classes up in advance, you can see them here, and from this spot you can launch the class, and that will launch the virtual classroom. We'll do that in another video, but there you've got that. Of course, below here would be classes that have completed. You would have a list of your past classes, and you would have access here to any recordings that you've made of those classes, and of course your students would have access to them as well. So that's it. It's a brief description of how to set up a live class, and in another video we will actually go into the virtual classroom and explain to you how all the elements of the virtual classroom work.